So the EFL Championship returns this week, and of course AFC Bournemouth still lead the bloody charge. But who's sitting in second? Well, none other than these bloody boys. We'll take a little look next. That's right, folks. Battle's Game, another prediction video today. We're forward match number 27 over in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just one second. If you know where you've been, smash your subscribe and keep your back with all things Championship related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We got it all here, boys, under one roofski. That's right. Of course, it has been a right old fruity little campaign for Blackburn Rovers, sitting now in second spot. As of course, we look forward to another weekend's action to hopefully maintain our outside top two ambitions. But of course, we did now the next Alexa Fulham double match week for them. Of course, a big opportunity for them to get back into the thick of things. We'll have a look at all of it in a minute. Of course, big shout out to my VRPs, boys. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your love. And a big shout out to Dieter Maximilian Schmidt Gonzalez for becoming the latest member of the Patreon gang. So well done to you, sir. So let's get into it then. Of course, recap what's gone on. Now, again, I've been off the boil a little bit. We had a bit of an incident over the Christmas break. Kind of put a massive stop to the channel for about a week. It was horrible. And I've struggled to bounce back here, guys. So I'm hoping to click in a gear and get into the right full groove of things from here on in. So I do appreciate you guys being patient with me. But anyway, let's take a look at what we were with last time around. Now, these weren't the last games. These was just the last games that we covered. Of course, I want to let you know about the prediction league. So this was the Boxing Day fixtures here. These were the last games, and again, it was riddled with postponements. So, of course, Cardiff, Coventry postponed. Derby picked up a 1-0 win over West Brom. Big win for them. Of course, Barnsley against Stoke postponed. Fulham, Birmingham postponed. Middlesbrough picked up a 2-0 win over Forest. That was massive for them. Millwall postponed against Swansea. Huddersfield 3-2 win over Blackpool. Called it, lads. Rovers was postponed against Hull City. Luton Town also. Peterborough the same, as was Preston, and QPR did lose to Bournemouth, which was a bit of a shitty one there. So this is the state of play currently in the league. Yeah, not too shabby there. Bournemouth, of course, leading the charge. But what about, who's that in second? I can't see it. I can't bloody see. Who is that in second? It's bloody Blackburn Rovers, of course. Absolutely kicking ass and taking names. Fulham, West Brom, QPR, and of course Huddersfield are in the chasing pack as well. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long this will last. I hope it lasts forever. But of course, the chances are it won't. Anyway, let's take a look at the leaderboard now. This is the prediction leaderboard. This is the new leaderboard because we're starting basically a second half of the campaign, and Alfie Morgan, believe it or not, right here and now, is your leader. He is the leader of the second half of the season. Now, the master leaderboard will continue. I'll keep on adding it as and stuff continues. I don't know. Should I just? Yeah, no, I'll keep on adding it. Keep on adding it. And again, big shout out to the Patreons here. We got Russell Frost there. We got Jimmy Watton. We got Shepherd. Who else have I got in there? That's a Patreon sticking out to me. I can't see. But a big shout out to you guys for supporting the channel. The patrons will get access to their data. They will get access to the master leaderboard and stuff, so they can look at that whenever they like. That's one of the perks for being a patron. So thank you for supporting the channel again. If anyone else wants to join, there's illustrious band of men and women. There's a couple of guys that were patrons in the past that may want to reconsider helping out the channel. It does help, especially through a bit of a pickle that we're going through at the moment behind the scenes. So a bit of a mess with the car crash and all that. And also, if you are a championship expert or an expert or someone who or a big fan of EFL content and wants to get involved in content creation, get involved with me down below. Let me know in the comment section, or better still, go over to Twitter, follow me on there and DM me and say, hey, I'm interested in becoming a content creator, and I wouldn't mind helping you out on the channel. I'm looking for guys to help us out because of the recent shit that's hit the fan recently. Anyway, of course, we are revealing the predictor of the month for the month of December. That is the person or the persons who accumulated the most points over the course of the last month, and that is, of course, December. You can win multiple months, and of course, there can be multiple winners. At the end of the season, one of those multiple winners will win the predictor of the month. That'll be the predictor of the season then. Who is the winner of the predictor of the month for the championship for the month of December? Well, it's Deepak the Great, of course. Well done to you, sir. So Deepak the Great is in there for the first time, of course, over the championship. Last month we had 3 winners, but of course no one's won it twice yet. So looking forward to January to see who can become the King Supremo there. Easy to get involved. Cutley Fortress Championship is free to enter. Good bit of fun. Of course, now we're looking forward to the next round of matches. Now this is an extended match day as well. We have a couple of extra matches to look forward to. Hopefully a couple of home wins wins there at the top. So let's take a look at it. Reading will take on Fulham this coming week. That's, of course, top of the honours here. What have we got? Played each other 20 times, 2006, 8 wins for Reading, 7 wins for Fulham, and 5 draws. Reading coming to this just 1 win and 6, though, 42% form against Fulham side, 1 win and 6, also 50% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around over at the Matchday was a 4-1 win for Fulham. I was back in the Championship back in October 2019. Of course, Reading pick up a 2-2 draw against Derby way back on the 3rd of Jan. Meanwhile, Fulham haven't played since December the 20th, and they lost to Sheffield United. Look at the odds here. We have 5-1 as your host. That's, of course, Reading, 50-8 on as your Fulham, and of course 60-5 as your... Oh, I do want anything but a Fulham win for myself on this one. Being greedy, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw myself on this one. Next up, of course, we have... what do we have here? We're Barnsley up against Stoke again. This is a bit of a weird one. I'm going to dig deep here and find it in the... nether regions. Of course, now these two sides are supposed to lock horns on the 12th of January. Played each other 17 times in 1993. 6 wins for Barnsley, 5 wins for Stoke, and we've got 6 draws. Barnsley there without a win in 6, 25% form. I'm back in the Stoke side, just 1 win and 6 for them, 25% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around over at Oakwell was a 2-0 win for Barnsley. The away side hasn't won this game since Stoke beat Barnsley back in 2019. Barnsley's last time around, they played Rovers and they lost. Meanwhile, Stoke lost to Preston last time around. I have basic odds on this one. I don't have the basic odds say that Stoke are your favourites on the road here. Barnsley, your underdogs. Of course, the draw is actually a little bit in the money on that one. Of course, Barnsley taking on Barrow, and of course, Stoke taking later on in the cup. That'll probably be done and dusted by the time I go live with this. Going to go with a 0-0 draw myself here. Point split right at the middle. I think Barnsley will be the happier, to be honest with you. Next up, we have the game of the day, and it'll be Cardiff up against Blackburn Rovers. Now, of course, I'll be here watching this game live on the watch along. So make sure you come by and smash your subscribe, and of course, come join me for that. It's over in Wales, but I don't think many people, if any, can go to that game because Wales have got their own protocol for the old COVID. Anyway, they played each other 16 times in 2005, 5 wins for Cardiff, 3 wins for Rovers, and 8 draws. Just 1 win and 6 for Cardiff, 33% form for them right now. Of course, up against the Rovers side, who've won 5 of the last 6, now 2% form. We do look good, but of course, we've had a couple of little sticky ones. And this, I think, is massive. It's a big game for us. When you look at the table, yes, there's a bit of a divide. But I don't think it's going to be that easy for Blackburn Rovers on this one. Of course, they played each other last round in Wales as a 2-2 draw back in April 2021. However, Rovers did beat Cardiff earlier in the campaign, 5-1 win. That was, of course, under Mick McCarthy's reign, I believe. Of course, Cardiff picking up a draw against West Brom last round. See what I mean? Decent opposition there. But last time they played their match at home, they lost to Sheffield United, and they've also lost to Hull. So hopefully we can get a bit of that as well. Rovers coming to this on the back of a 0-0 draw against Huddersfield. Look at the odds here. We have Cardiff 50-8, 64 is your Rovers, 23-10 is your. It's quite tight in the bookies, and it could go either way. But I'm going to go big and bold and with Rovers here. 2-1 win for them. Hopefully to kick on from that. But next up we have Derby up against Sheffield United. Of course, that's at Pride Park. Let's get into it. Played each other 26 times in 1994, 9 wins for Derby, 14 wins for Sheffield United, and we got 3 draws. Of course, Derby unbeaten the last 4, picking up 3 wins and a draw to boot, 58% form. Up against the Sheffield United side, winning 4 on the bout, 75% form for them right now as well. Of course, last round over at Pride Park was a 2-1 win for Derby. That was, of course, back in October 2018. Derby, they're picking up a 2-2 draw against Reading. Of course, Sheffield United picking up a 1-win over Fulham as well. Look at the odds here. We have Derby 94 for the victory, 5-4 is your Sheffield United. They are red hot favourites. 11-5 though is your draw. I'm going to go with a win for Derby County here. They're playing really good football at the moment, grinding out results, and they're playing for the badge, playing for the manager, and of course they're trying to find the odds, of course, stay in the division. 1-0 win for Derby for this. Let's take it to the house on this one. Barnsley up against Blackpool. Of course, Barnsley double match week for them. Good chance for them to close in on maybe some safety points. Of course, played each other 31 times, these two sides. 15 wins for Barnsley, 9 wins for Blackpool, and we got 7 draws. Barnsley, of course, coming into this without a win, and in at least 6, it'll be 7, of course, with the draw against Stoke. Up against the Blackpool side, winning 2 and losing 2 of the last 4, 33% form for them at the moment. Of course, last time around over at Oakwell was a 2-1 win for Barnsley. That's back in April 2019. Of course, Barnsley picked up a 2-1 loss against Rovers. Of course, picked up a draw against Stoke here, and Blackpool picked up a 1-win over Hull last time around. The odds here going very, very tight. 29-20 is your Barnsley, 90-10 is your Blackpool, of course 11-5 is your bloody draw. Barnsley will win this one, I think. 2-1 win for them to make it an unbeaten week, and of course a big week for them to close in on getting out of the relegation zone. Meanwhile, Fulham up against Bristol City again. Big week for Fulham, a good chance for them to maybe even top the table. Of course, played each other 10 times since 2015. 2 wins for Fulham, 6 wins for Bristol City, and 3 draws. They're actually playing each other right now as I'm recording this. It's currently 0-0, so it is as well over at Thrashton Gate. Anyway, these two sides, of course, played each other a whole bunch. They did draw each other earlier in the campaign over at Thrashton Gate as well, but last time played each other at Craven Cottage was a 2-0 win for Bristol City. In fact, the home side hasn't won this game in a long, long time. I can't even see it. I can't even see the last time the home side won this game, so that might be a bit of a sticky wicket here. But of course, the result against these two opponents in the FA Cup will also determine it. Meanwhile, Fulham did lose to Sheffield United 1-0 last time around, of course, and Bristol City took on Millwall and they picked up a 3-2 win as well last time around. Of course, this game in the FA Cup is also a bit of a one to consider as well. It's thrown me off a little bit. Anyway, of course, coming at you 7-2 on is your Fulham. Red Hot Berries 10-1 is your away win. That scores Bristol City, and 17-4 is your draw. Fulham will win this one though. 3-0 win for them. Unfortunately, of course, they'll probably move into the top two on that one. Middlesbrough up against Reading. Let's get into this one now, shall we? Played to the 29 times since 1994. 14 wins for Borough, 9 wins for Reading, and we've got 6 draws. Middlesbrough winning 5 of the last 6. 92% form up against the Reading side. Just 1 win and 6 for them. And again, they'll pick up a draw here. So still 1 win in 6 for them at the moment. Of course, last time out at the Riverside was a 0-0 draw way back in, of course, October 2020. Of course, Borough picked up 2-1 win over Blackpool. Of course, Reading, another draw there, back-to-back draws for them. Of course, drawing against Derby in the real world, but of course, picking up a draw against Fulham in my eyes as well. Look at the odds on this one. We have Middlesbrough coming at you 20-39 for the victory, 11-4 is your draw, and 9-2 is your away win. That's, of course, Reading. 2-0 win for Borough on this one. Of course, unfortunately, Reading, no points here. Millwall, they were locking horns against Nottingham Forest down at the Den. Now, these two sides have played each other, according to my eyes, 35 times in 1993, 13 wins for Millwall, 9 wins for Nottingham. That's Forest, of course, 13 draws as well. 2 wins the past 4 games for Millwall, 42% form against the Forest side. Back-to-back defeats for them, 58% form as well. This is not including FA Cup action. Of course, last time around over the City ground, at the Den was a 1-1 draw back in December 2020. Millwall have just won. Actually, Forest have only won once the last 6 against Millwall in all competitions. Meanwhile, Millwall picked up a loss against Bristol City. Of course, Forest did lose to Huddersfield in the league last time around. Then we have the odds. 23-20 is your Millwall, 25 is your away win, and 9-4 is your draw. Which team will Jed Wallace be on? Of course, he has been linked with, of course, a move to Forest, a move to Besiktas, but of course, he's still in the books of Millwall. I think it's going to be a 1-0 win for Forest on this one. Of course, they've got dreams for promotion, and they're doing A-OK. Despite the back-to-back defeats at the moment. Next, of course, we have Huddersfield Town taking on Swansea. Played each other 15 times in 2003, 7 wins for Huddersfield, 5 wins for Swansea, and we've got 3 draws. Huddersfield unbeaten the last 6, picked up 3 wins and 3 draws, just 1 defeat. 3 wins the past 4 as well. 75% form up against the Swansea side, just 1 win and 6 for them. Last round over in Huddersfield was a 4-1 win for Huddersfield back in February 2021 under John Smith, Kirklees, McAlpine. Of course, Rovers and Huddersfield duked it out to a 0-0 draw last round, and that's actually back-to-back clean sheets for Huddersfield. Meanwhile, of course, Swansea got beat by Forest 4-1. Look at the odds here. We have Huddersfield coming at you 13-8 for the victory, 9-4 is your draw, 17-10 is your away win. That scores Swansea City. 2-1 win for Huddersfield on this one to keep their dreams of playoffs alive. Hull City locking horns up against, I'm looking for it. It's bloody Stoke, isn't it? It's always I always have to look a little bit harder for this one. So Hull City locking horns, chance for them to keep on keeping on up against the Stoke side who've kind of got off the face of the earth a little bit. It'll be the second match of the week as well for Stoke. Anyway, played each other 22 times, 2005, 5 was a Hull, 11 was the Stoke, and we've got 6 draws. Hull over there winning 4 now, 50% form up against the Stoke side, just 1 win and 6 for them. Of course, they'll not pick up a win this week either. Last time around over at the KCOM was a 2-1 win for Hull back in December 2019. Hull picked up a 1-0 loss against Blackpool last time around. Stoke picked up a 2-1 loss against Preston as well last time around before this midweek action. Look at the odds. Basic odds on the Stoke Meisters here. We have, I think it's quite tight. It goes in favour of Stoke. They are the favourites on this one to make it a win as well. Unfortunately for me, I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw right in the middle, and of course just a couple of points for Stoke this week. Luton Town up against Bournemouth, of course, at Kenilworth Road. That's right. Played each other 12 times, 2003, 3 wins to Luton, 5 wins to Bournemouth, and we've got 4 draws. Of course, Luton, though, just 1 win and 6 for them at the moment, 33% form. Up against the Bournemouth side, back-to-back wins. Of course, they bounced back right here, right now. Last time out at Kenilworth Road was a 0-0 draw back in December 2020. Of course, Luton picked up a draw against Fulham last time around. Of course, Bournemouth picked up a 3-0 win over Cardiff. Look at the odds on this one. We have Luton coming at you 2-1 for the victory, 27-20 is your Bournemouth, and 23-10 is your draw. Bournemouth have been busy as well with the transfer market, and of course, we'll be looking to kick on here with a win. I've got Luton nicking it 2-1 win. Maybe my Rovers tinted glasses are putting that in favour of Luton, of course. Anyway, Amari Bell with a brace on that one. Peterborough taking on, of course, Coventry City, of course. These two sides have locked horns 18 times in the past, since 2003 anyway. 3 wins for Peterborough, 11 wins for Coventry, and we've got 4 draws. Just 1 win and 6 for Peterborough, 25% form. With, of course, Coventry, though, without a win in 6 right now. Picking up 4 draws the last 6 games. Last time around, of course, over in Peterborough, was a 2-2 draw back in October 2019. That was in League One. Peterborough, though, losing to Blackpool last time around. Of course, Coventry picking up a 1-0 loss against Millwall as well. Look at the odds here. 12-5 is your host, 12-5 is your draw, 11-10 is your Coventry, but not for me. Going to go with a win for Peterborough on here to, of course, keep their dreams alive. Of course, Coventry are in free fall. Preston North End, of course, under Lowe's work magic, of course, up against Birmingham. Played 24 times since the year 2000. 13 wins for Preston, 6 wins for Birmingham, 5 draws. Of course, just 1 defeat the past 5 for Preston at the moment. 58% form for Ryan Lowe's team up against Bowyer's boys. Just 1 win in 6 for them. 33% form. That's around a deep devils, a 2-1 win for Preston. Sorry, a 2-1 win for Birmingham. Of course, back in October 2020. Birmingham, though, picking up a 2-1 loss against QPR. Preston picking up a 2-1 win over Stoke last time around. Then, shall we, of course, what are we looking at on the odds? Odds go 21-20 your host. That's, of course, Preston. 13-5 is your away win. 12-5 is your draw. Going to go with a win for Preston here. 2-0 win at home to take it to the house. And finally, we have a zinger on our hands. It's QPR against West Brom. Just 29 times in 996, 8 wins for QPR, 14 wins for West Brom, and 7 draws. Of course, QPR coming into this back-to-back wins for them, 69% form up against the West Brom side. Just 1 defeat at the past 6, 58% form for them at the moment. They've just brought in Daryl DK as well. Goal machine. Last time around for Barnsley. Of course, he knows Valerian Ishmael well. Of course, he will hope to kick on with a bang here. Anyway, last time at Loftus Road, of course, QPR hit with, of course, AFCON stuff with Ilish Chair, Deng out as well, the goalkeeper. Any others? Maybe some others in there. Of course, last time at Loftus Road, it was a 2-0 win for West Brom. They are a bit of a boogie tide for QPR. They've won in both home and away. West Brom have won 4 of the last 5, including a 7-1 drubbing as well. QPR pick up a 2-1 win over Birmingham. Of course, West Brom draw with Cardiff last time around. 23-10 is your host, 5-4 is your away win. 23-10 is also your draw. Going to go with the QPR to get a draw here, 2-2 in the end to take it to the house. That is it, my boys. That's my picks for this week's match day. Of course, extended it is. Get involved, cut the EFL Championship to get your name in lights. And of course, if you are a EFL expert, whether it's Championship, League 1, League 2, or National League, or even the Prem, whatever it is, let me know down below if you want to get involved with some content creation, become the new YouTube sensation. Of course, you can start your career right here at Blackburn Overseas. We're looking for my team of Avengers, of course, for 2022. I'm looking for a band of many men for some exciting projects. But I can't do it on my own. I need support. I need backup. I need cronies. Not cronies. I need hard-working individuals. And you could be one of them. So get involved. Let me know down below. If you want to help out the channel, of course, maybe even kick off your own YouTube career right here at Blackburn Overseas. Anyway, till then, guys, smash your thumbs up. Smash your subscribe. Check it down below on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and, of course, Patreon as well. If you want to DM me anyway about helping out the channel, that's the best place to do it. Follow me on Twitter. DM me directly, and we can have a little chat. And, of course, we'll start. We'll sort out a date to have a little video chat one-on-one, and we'll talk about the plans in open detail. Anyway, till then, dudes, smash your thumbs up. I'll see you soon for the next one, of course, whenever that is.